Okay, welcome back. In this version of the video, I am going to show you how to edit your podcast. As you can see on this screen, the home screen, I've recorded a podcast. It lasted, it has the date and time stamp of the recorded podcast, the time it lasted, and the number of people on the podcast. It was just me by myself. So it has the detailed information of the podcast there. So I'm going to just tap download. Now this is the home screen. This is going to be a collection of all the podcasts that you've made. This is where you can open up the podcasts. You can now listen to them, scrub through them, and edit them. So if you click this mixing button, it'll open up the editing tools, and from left to right, what you have in terms of the editing tools is a slice tool. So if you want to chop up your audio, you have slice. So if I want to move to a certain place in the audio, I have to highlight the audio. It'll turn red when I highlight it, and then I'm going to slice it, and it's going to trim it down. And it just split it in two. Now you'll notice that the first section of audio is yellow, the next section is black. So I'm going to then trim out another section, I highlight it again, and then I slice it. And then you'll notice now it went yellow, black, yellow. So this is really showing me what the different sections are, so it's really easy to track. So that is the slice feature. Next, if I want to remove a section, so let's say I want to remove this section in the black, I can highlight it and just hit this back button and it will delete it. So now we have a gap here where we have yellow, black. So if I want to move this section over to where this section is, I can just line up the playhead there, select that section, and then I can tap this button here, which is the move to the playhead section. So it just pushes the audio together there. I also have an undo, a redo, and a close all gaps. So if I've made a lot of slices and I want to close the gaps, you can use this button here as the close all gaps. So I will highlight this screen in the FAQ section, which you'll be able to find on the website or through the settings page of this app. And the FAQ section will detail out again what each one of these editing features are across the top. Now, we've also given you the ability to add tracks. So if you want to add a track, you can record extra audio. So if you wanted to record your voice or add extra notes or just record anything right from your phone and add it directly into this podcast that you're working on, you can do that. If you want to add background sounds from a sound clip, you can. We have one artist here with some background sounds. We're going to be expanding on this library of audio that you can use. Just make sure that you credit this artist in your show notes when it comes time to add your show notes, so this artist can get credit. And the other option you have is to import audio. So if you have audio on your phone that you've put on your phone, you can import that audio directly into this, and it will start to build and add tracks of audio. So if you make changes, make sure you save it. It will compile your audio, save it. Once it's saved successfully, great, and then you'll be able to go back to your home screen, and anytime you return back to your into that audio, into that podcast, all your changes will be saved. So that's editing in a quick little nutshell. It's a very light version of editing, very simple tools. We wanted you to be able to handle it all right on your iPhone. Keep it very simple. Feel free to check out the editing tools after you've created a podcast.